What's up PSG family, it's your boy PSGINT here, and today we're doing the Paris Saint-Germain contre FC Nantes preview. The game is a round of 6 in Ligue and Uber Eats, played this Saturday, 3rd of September, 21 p.m. That's Central European time, French time, at the Stade de la Bajoire Louis Fontaine. Away game for Paris Saint-Germain, second consecutive away game, the last away game against Toulouse. Paris Saint-Germain were victorious 3-0, first clean sheet in 3 games and scoring 3 goals. First goal was a beauty from Eminem, second goal, what a long pass from Verratti, and what a dribble from Messi to Mbappe, and the third goal was a smacking goal. Firstly, Mbappe tried his best, but then Nuno finished it, Bernat finished it off. But it was a really mature display from Paris Saint-Germain. Probably should have scored more goals, up to maybe 5 goals or something, but defensively Toulouse had no chances. They tried to press really high. They even switched their formation to a 5 at the back, as Monaco did, to make it even harder for us. But it wasn't hard at all, especially with Vitinha back that game. Notable mentions to Mukiele had a good performance, Danilo had a good performance, Renato, even his 20-minute purple patch in the end was good. But we need to build on from this game, and that's exactly what Mr. Christophe Galtier will be wanting to do in this game. He will want to continue this. He will want to get another clean sheet for this game, and yeah, he will try his best. I mean, he has already faced Nantes once this season, so it won't be the first time. And manager Kombouaré, as I said, he also has faced Paris Saint-Germain once this season, with Paris Saint-Germain being victorious 4-0. So maybe Galtier will take away stuff from that game, weaknesses he saw in the Nantes game, and Kombouaré will try to do the same from Paris Saint-Germain. But I think it will go into Galtier's hands. I mean, we won 4-0, as I said, and he probably saw a lot of weaknesses in this Nantes team. Especially, he also faced them in the Coupe de France final last season, where he lost. So he knows the mistakes in this Nantes team. So he will do what he's good at. I mean, Nantes, they are playing, I believe, Europa League after the Coupe de France victory, or Conference League, one of them. So they are competing on 2 fronts this season. So far in the qualifications, they have done well, winning all of their games so far, whilst in Ligue, it's not looking as good. But you can say the same for some other Ligue teams, for example, Monaco and so on. But Kombouaré will look at this game. It's away, the last encounter in the league between these clubs. Nantes actually won it, I believe 3-1, due to a lot of mistakes, Lafont being prime Neuer, our attacks missing goals, and our defense and goalkeeper just crumbling. So we want another performance. I mean, that was under Pochettino, so yeah, we can't take that into consideration. But this is the game 4 days before the Juventus encounter. So Galtier will have that game on his mind the entire time, but I think that he will still have 100% focus on this game. But when it comes to the starting 11, he will probably sub off injury prone players, or players that get fouled a lot early on. For example, Marco Verratti, Neymar Jr., maybe Lionel Messi and so on, maybe Ramos as well. But this is the starting lineup, so very similar to the lineup we played against Toulouse, apart from Hakimi coming back to the starting lineup. I may also see Nuno Mendes rested for this game, because he wasn't rested last game, and he has played pretty much every game here and there, even though he has been subbed off quite often to Juan Bernat. But Donnarumma in goal, Ramos, Marquinhos, Danilo centre-back partnership. Kimpembe came back to training today, but it's very unsure and very unlikely that he will go back to starting this game. Maybe he will come off as a sub preparing for the Juventus game. Hakimi, Mendes wingbacks, Vitinha, Verratti in the midfield, and Neymar, Mbappe, Messi. We saw them contribute for the first goal, and they could have contributed to even more goals if not their finishing was a bit better, which we expect from them. And in this Nantes game, we will want more goals, or more clinicalness. The chances we get, the chances we score. Vitinha, Verratti played absolutely amazing, but I would also want to see some minutes to Renato, maybe Fabian Ruiz, and Carlos Soler. I mean, he still has, I think he's training today with the squad. Fabian Ruiz has trained yesterday and today. So if one of them gets minutes, it's probably Fabian Ruiz. But But yeah, that's it about the starting lineup. Nothing new, nothing informative. But my ones to watch for this game is Hakimi and Danilo. I want to see Hakimi's performance now that he actually has a player that he competes with. Last season it was Dagba and Kerrer, and they did not do a great job in trying to compete with Ashraf Hakimi. But Mukiele, as I said, he had a really good game. Played very safe, played non-risky football, and did exactly what he had to do. Nothing spectacular, but nothing bad. That's what I liked about his performance. Hakimi will come into this game as a starter again and will try to improve himself. That he's the starting right back. And Danilo, I thought that he was really good against Toulouse, apart from one mistake I remember he did in a counter-attack. But apart from that, I yet again want to see what Danilo can do in this centre-back position, especially with the Skriniar deal gone now. Taking a look at FC Nantes, as I said, their Ligue form right now is 3 draws, 1 loss, 1 loss, 1 win, whilst in all competitions they're unbeaten in their last 5 games. So it shows the difference between Ligue and I don't know, Conference League qualifications. But they're sitting 10th in the league behind Lille and Auxerre and in front of Troyes and Clermont, and they're missing Merli and Sissoko, the new transfer arrival from Watford. But Nantes is a team that's not in the best form at all, but they have a great manager, they have a great squad, they have great players, they have made a great transfer window, so it's still a team that we should be looking at and respectfully at. As I said, Monaco were in the same boat, but they adjusted their system to make it as hard as possible for Paris Saint-Germain, and that was at home as well. So this is a away game, and this is their starting lineup. We have Alba Lafont in goal, Apia Fabio as wingbacks, Castelletto, Girotta, Parwa as the centre-backs, Blas, Bamba, Mutusami in the midfield, and Mohamed and Guesson in the attack. I mean, Nantes played a 5 at the back against Paris Saint-Germain in the Trophée des Champions, and in most Ligue games they are playing a 4 at the back, but their last encounter against Marseille was 5 at the back. So I think that when it comes to the bit better oppositions, they don't want to take any risks, so they play a 5 at the back. So I can very, very confidently say they will play yet again a 5 at the back. The 3rd time in a row we will face a 5 at the back. And yeah, I mean, we all know about Alba Lafont becoming prime warrior every time he faces us, so we have to be careful about that. But Apia Fabio as wingbacks, they are not the strongest, and I believe that Noun and Hakimi will have fest with these two. Blas in that midfield will be great, and they will try to overload that midfield with having 3 midfielders and no wingers at all, and Mohamed and Guesson will try to get the goals. But the obvious, I mean, Palwa as well has a lot of Ligue 1 experience, but obviously the man of the hour, the ones to watch from this game, is Ludwig Blas. He always performs against Paris Saint-Germain, and he's a really good player. I mean, I still haven't understood why any Premier League club hasn't gone for him like they usually go for all Ligue 1 talent, because he's a really, really good player. And if anyone scores or assists, I expect that Ludwig Blas will be a heavy contributor in that goal for FC Nantes. But as I said, the last game between the two outfits was very recently in the Trophée des Champions, where Paris Saint-Germain were victorious 4-0. And remember, when you play a final, both teams play it like it's the last game of their career. And Nantes, yeah, they did their best, but Paris Saint-Germain were just too strong in this game. Galtier's first competitive game for Paris Saint-Germain. Can we take away stuff from this game? Of course, but yeah, again, it's a different game. It's away at Nantes. It's not a cup game, it's a league game. And yeah, that's pretty much it. My prediction for this game is a 3-1 victory to Paris Saint-Germain. Kylian Mbappe, Neymar Jr. and Hakimi coming back to the score sheet, whilst Ludwig Blas will score for FC Nantes. Make sure to comment down below what's your prediction for this game. What are you thinking about this game? What are your thoughts? I think that Paris Saint-Germain will try their best to get a clean sheet. I hopefully so, but Nantes are a great team and we can't disrespect them. But I really hope that we can get a second clean sheet, especially coming into that Juventus game, and they have Vlahovic, of course, who will need to keep out. But that was it from the Paris Saint-Germain versus FC Nantes preview. Make sure to like this video, make sure to subscribe to the PSGINT YouTube channel, and as always, allez, 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 Paris!